Alright, I'm back. I trail off, letting the meaning of my words hang in the air. I want to be optimistic about this really, however, I'm going against something almost everyone can't quite understand. I'm just being realistic with my chances. McCullough seems to understand this as well after what I've just said. Any sign of protest has already died from her tongue and she simply looks at the taser quietly. After a moment, she just nods. Beyond the walls of this room, the cries continue to grow louder, and I take it as a sign to leave. Without another word, I slip out the door. Like a siren call, her voice beckons. Finding out who that is seems a good place to start as any. Ah man, I don't like this. I keep to the shadows for the most part. Not that there's any need to. The entire place just feels empty. Odd. When a house this big should have a large staff, you'd think there'll be one or two roaming about for some late night chores. Or someone seeking out whoever's creating this ruckus. There's none, however.
Shouldn't they have security posted inside as well?
Unless the security means the butler, though, I doubt scumbag's that sloppy. He loves his life more than anything. Probably more than his own wife, and the thing is done, he is bound to make more than an enemy or two. He's also the kind who will do anything to keep himself safe. Alive.
I wonder what he'll say when he finds out that there's something not human living with him in his own house.
Potential dangers aside, being on my own grants me a greater degree of mobility, which I'm more comfortable with. Sure, I could have enlisted McCullough's help. Next to the people who owns this, she's probably the one who's most familiar with the mansion. But the pros of bringing her outweighs the cons. She's better off somewhere a quick exit inside. With no tag along, I only have to worry about myself. Watch my back. Selfish, I know.
But necessary.
In the same matter this whole plan is, no matter how idiotic going into this alone is. Besides, I don't really need a guide when the house layout is fairly simple, almost mirrored, with only a few modifications in the rooms. Although I've only been here one time, I think I've already got a good grasp of this place ins and out. As long as you can tell which is east and west, it shouldn't be hard to find my way around. After the dining room, the main foyer should be the next thing that greets me, where the woman's cries are leading me. Honestly, after what happened outside, I'm not even sure if I should be trusting what I'm hearing. Oh man, I don't know myself. Feels like a trap, but maybe she's leading us to the truth. But with the whole house somehow seemingly devoid of any of its inhabitants, I'm inclined to look into this. More than getting out of this curse, a huge part of this is my training speaking.
I just hope this isn't a crime scene I'm walking into.
But nothing's ever that simple, isn't it? Not when you're dealing with a supernatural. Nope. Because as soon as my feet crosses to the next room, something shifts. Oh man, we had a vision earlier in the game. There was a brief moment and we saw that picture. What the hell happened here? In a flash, and nearly without fanfare, unlike those that you see in the movies. It happens in the blink of an eye. I almost miss it. One moment there's red, the next. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I'm standing alone in the foyer. For a brief instant I pause, glancing wildly around the place, blinking twice as if my movements would spur what I've seen back in front of me. Yet, nothing. No blood dripping on the walls, None trailing down the stairs of food on the floor. No eyes watching my every movement. Only the same cries gradually growing in intensity the longer I dally, along with a voice.
Mother,
Desperate.
where are you, Mother?
Pleading.
Mother, please. I don't want to be alone.
Mother. Coming from the same direction that I've heard the cries from. Upstairs. The place not entirely empty then. A better question now is who? Definitely not scumbag or the butler. I've yet to see hide nor hair of them, and not knowing their whereabouts puts me on the edge. I have to be careful not to make any noise or be seen. Maybe the wife? Though one can't really tell if it's her, the way the walls echo her voice. Nevertheless, it pushes me to move. Taking almost 2 steps at a time, despite the sickening feeling that something's lurking behind every great shadow, every small corner I pass. As if the house has several eyes watching my every movement. As if something alive dwells behind the walls itself. Again? What happened? I tried to shake it off, but the uneasy sensation has already made home at the pit of my stomach. Dread. And it only grows deeper the closer I get to her. The relative emptiness of the place doesn't help either. Neither does the harsh wind battering the windows nor sheet of the pelting down the roof. For a fleeting second, I find myself wishing for Scumbag to simply show up. I do not get too far into that train of thought. Abruptly, the cry stopped, replacing it.
Mother, please. She's here. She's here, Mother. She's going to take me.
What? What?
She won't leave, Mother. Mother, I don't want to go with her. Tell her to go away. Mother! Mother, she's here! Help!
That can't be good. Adrenaline overcomes me in a rush. In no 2 heartbeats, my feet's already moving. Before any sense that can catch up, a doubt creeps up to me. And ready at the holster, as I hastily set off for the far side of the hall. One alarmed footstep after another, while struggling to keep that sense of panic at bay. The door lies ajar at the end, and coming from the floor above.
She's going to hurt me! Help me!
I don't hesitate. Moving in, despite the lack of light, the steep steps, with a thick layer of dust kicking up with every tread, I pause only a moment upon reaching at the top. Then, without wasting a second, I push the door open. Oh wow. That's the girl in the pictures. In the portraits, I mean. She sits in the middle of the room. Shoulders hunched, shaking. Her hands cover her face as she weeps, oblivious to my presence in the doorway. It's as if she has heard neither my footsteps nor the soft creaking of the door, continuing undisturbed, like I'm standing in a time far removed from her. Doesn't even flinch when I call out to her.
Hey, are you alright?
What's up with her face?
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please.
You've done what?
She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
I'm trying to understand what's going on right now. Lately, I noticed the blood on her hands. If it's the same one drenching the old attic, I'd rather not know. How the whole room has ended up like this is the least of my problems at the moment. Even a single human body doesn't have this much blood. So, bodies? That thought sends an unpleasant twinge in my stomach. Does Wright even know about this? He's bad news, alright, but this is beneath him. He'll definitely balk at the first sight of it. Anyone will. Yet, the woman lingers here, undisturbed by the sight, letting a sob fill the room, repeating the words over and over again like a prayer of salvation. To whom? The mess of parchment she has left on the floor? Oh, she's the one who wrote the letters. Just what the hell is happening?
Hey, lady, are you?
The rest of that question never makes it out. Ah, shit. I don't even see it coming. Should have been more aware and on guard, really. But there's little I can do when a well-placed blow to the back of my knees makes me stumble. Is that the goddamn butler? That's the fucking butler. I'm pretty sure. I'm betting it's the butler. The momentum alone sends me reeling forward. It barely even registers in my head that the woman's gone and the room's as normal as it can be. Not above the pain suddenly shooting up my sight when I hit the floor. I don't even get the chance to get my bearings back when a hard enough blow to the stomach caused me to buckle down and land heavily on my knees. Gasping, I fumble wildly for my gun. Although, before I am able to turn, level it and shoot, a hand grabs my wrist and twists it. Hard, a gasp, a grump. A cry of pain slips past my mouth. The gun falls to the floor with a thunk. As soon as it lands, a foot kicks it out of my reach, and it slides uselessly under the bed. Agony suddenly explodes in my chin, jerking loose a sharp cry of pain, and stars fill the edges of my vision. A brief moment of regret hits me for leaving my taser with mech hollow when a piece of cloth closes around my neck. What? Without warning, my attacker pulls tightly, while I'm left gasping, choking, and clawing for air, blindly reaching behind me as I still try to fight him off and loosen the pressure on my neck. Come on, Ashton! Accept any sort of movement only causes him to pull it taut.
My, so many rats scurrying about in this mansion lately.
I knew it! It's the butler! Wright's butler shit.
Tell me, what did you do with the madam?
He's talking about Marianne. I have no idea what he's talking about. Did something happen to Anna Wright? No, he's talking about Marianne. So he knows about the dungeon. He's the one who put Marianne down there.
Let go, you asshole.
Now, Dummkopf, you're in no position to be rude. Last time I checked, I'm not